Namaste and welcome. Hello, I'm Lillias and I welcome you to Hatha Yoga class. As you know, Hatha Yoga is much more than an interesting collection of stretching and breathing techniques. Yoga was originally practiced in India, Hatha Yoga, or Hatha Yoga as correctly pronounced. These are Sanskrit words that literally mean Ha means the sun, and Ta means the moon, and yoga yokes them together. But what does that really mean? And how can I relate to sun and moon and union in my life? Well, I'm not a Sanskrit scholar, but I do know that each word in Sanskrit is like seeing the tip of an iceberg. So let's imagine that this sun and moon represent the dualities in our life. Day and night, pain, pleasure, hard, soft, breathe in, breathe out, logic, intuition, contraction, relaxation. Enter Hatha Yoga, whose ultimate purpose is to balance these opposing forces. Tension is an important and a juicy part of our life. It's that start of the race feeling. But staying chronically tense is like wearing a bodysuit of armor. Relaxation is healing. It's as simple as that. But too much relaxation, well, it turns people into marshmallows. Hatha Yoga, with all of its practices, return you to your natural balance of tension and relaxation. Ha, the sun. The positive, tension, the strength, your power. Ta, the moon. Open, soft, intuitive. Yoga, the reunion, yoking them together. Balance in body, spirit, and mind. I hope you find that interesting. It made my own practice of Hatha Yoga so much more interesting when I began to see deeper into what it really means and what it really can mean in our everyday life. That strength and flexibility are an important part of our yoga practice. Now today, I'm going to use some props, and if you can just remember to bring them when you come to class to help us modify poses that perhaps might be, for you if you're just beginning. And today, I'm using my firm pillow. It can be a blanket, and also I'll be using a belt. So I will start by sitting on this pillow. And something that just elevates my hips just a little bit will help me to keep the natural curves of the spine. So if you've got a book, you can even tuck it under your bottom, but at least something from the couch. Sit on it and then return, sitting tall. All right, just place your hands on your knees and just close your eyes for a moment. And if you'd like, just place your hands maybe to the earth and just pause here. It's that little motion of returning to balance in body, spirit, mind. Now open your eyes, hands are comfortable, and we'll do a few neck rolls. I will go to my right, and you go to your right, all right? Dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder, and let the left side of your neck stretch. That's it. Long stretched, right here to that left shoulder. And just pause there. Remember, it takes a couple of seconds for that muscle to stretch out. Take a moment. How about a breath? And then come back to center, and then we'll go to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Right shoulder. Let it slope downwards. You can even let your arm hang. And then back to your center. And bring your chin to your throat. And pull the shoulders down. Still stay straight, won't you? Just let the back of the stiffness in the back of your neck, give it a chance to just stretch out. Inhaling, lift your chin up. Good. Drop your chin to your throat and then bring it, let's start that again. Drop your ear to your shoulder, then chin to your throat. go to the other shoulder, pause, and then chin to your throat, go to the other shoulder, pause, and then back to center. Any more tension or stiffness in the shoulders, you can kind of give it a good massage. Let's just take a moment to do that, because really the shoulders carry so much of our day. And then we can do a few shoulder rolling. And these shoulder rolls, you can do them with your suit on, business clothes on, and then pause. Just let the hands go to the earth again. We do not have to rush. We have all the time that we need. Right? All the rest of the day we rush around. Just pause. Enjoy how alive the shoulders feel. And because the shoulders carry so much of the day emotionally, let's do some eagle arms. So stretch your arms out, straight out in front of you, and cross. Let's do my right elbow, your right elbow over left. All right, there you are. And then continue them coming around. So they wrap around, and you can feel that wonderful stretch right in the shoulders. Raise your arms up and down, and arm up and down. And then open the arms very wide, opposite direction. Breath in. Breath flows in. Open your chest. This will energize you. And then cross the elbows the opposite over. This is my left over right. Cross around. Just sort of wind it around. And then relax the muscles. Bring the shoulders down from your ears. Good. Raise the elbows up. The elbows down. This is called Garuda arms or eagle arms. It's the top part of a balancing pose. And then again, open the arms and really just receive this day. Shoulders down from your ears, and then pause. Bring the hands back to the earth so that you can feel there's almost a silence between the movement and then there's stillness. And believe me, that's very rejuvenating to do exercise in this way. So just pause here. Let the day just drain from your shoulders, right down the hollow arms and fingers, and dissolve into the gravity of the earth. All right. Now a little cleansing breath. So we'll continue with the cleansing breath and sitting comfortably. And if you're still on your couch, that's fine. You can do the same, modify it. Just do a cleansing breath seated on your couch. Put your hands on your knees, feet to the floor, keep your balance, breath in through both nostrils. You've got 2. Breath in. Now out through the mouth with a ha as you come forward. Sniff as you sit up. Little stepping sniffs. Good. Ha. And pull the belly muscle in as you go forward, and then sit up. Little sniff, sniff, sniff. Good. And now out again, both nostrils, long, slow, exhalation out and out. And at the end of your breath, pull your belly muscle in, then let it soften. And that's a very sort of a sneaky way to help you to do a complete breath without too much explanation, but to remember to breathe from down low. It helps to relax all the nervous systems inside this body. All right. Now, sometimes when we do yoga postures, we really have to cope with, with everybody, is the tight hamstrings. So just if you're sitting up, move your pillow to the side. I have a belt. You could use a sweater. You could use a sock. But lie down, and we can safely stretch the hamstrings from the back. When you lie down, you get the back out of commission. You're just going to work. You're not going to stress the back. You're going to really work, though, on the hamstrings. And I'm going to start with the right foot, and I'm going to use my belt. Find the center of a belt or towel or whatever you are using. And if you're not using anything, just find your calf muscle. That's fine. If you have a belt, put it around the ball of the foot, not the arch. And then let this belt let it just go through your fingers and go to where your leg is straight. You're not stressing the back of the knee. The quadricep is contracted but not pushed. You're not pushing into the back of the knee. So now you are ready. Extend your heel up to the ceiling. If you're holding on to calf, fine, or the belt, and then slowly draw the leg in towards your torso. And when I say this, try not to cheat, and I'm saying this with love in my heart. But I know about that. This isn't the point of this exercise. You really need to feel that hamstring stretch. All right, and then continue now as you're holding, you're breathing, then relax. Breathe in, do nothing. Exhaling, extending your heel. Pausing. This is all in preparation for something called spider pose. Little spider pose. Hold on to your belt, right hand. Oh, just go out to the side. Out to the side. That'll be to the right. And let your left knee sort of drift to the left. Keep both buttocks on the floor. Extending your heel. This time you'll feel a good stretch on the muscles, ligaments on the inside of the thigh and leg. Back to your center. Still holding on either to the belt or to your calf. Let's lift the head up for a spider pose. You exhale as you lift up. You draw the leg in towards the face. And level 2, extend your left leg as if you're going to stand on it. You're breathing comfortably. You're holding. Try to relax the neck and then bring both knees into the chest. Good. How'd that go? Both knees into your chest. Just turn the head from side to side so you relax any muscles that you held in tension. And then let's use the belt on the other foot. All right, there we go. Remember, it's around the ball of the foot, not your arch. Hold on to your calf. If that's better for you, you don't have a belt today, that's perfectly okay. And I'll do less talking now. We'll do 3 movements. Move on your exhalation. Extend your heel. This is for your hamstrings as you exhale. Pulling the leg towards your torso. Inhale, relax, do nothing. Exhaling. Inhaling, relax. Last time, you come a little closer now to your edge. Listen to the body, no pain. And now let the left leg go to the left, to the left. Fine. Notice how my right knee is travel to the right. It helps me to keep my balance. You want to be on both buttocks to the floor and shoulders relaxed, extending the heel. Then back to center. Remove the belt or hold on to it if you still need it for your spider pose. Exhaling, lifting nose to the knee. The more flexible can hold on to your big toe. You're breathing, and then for level 1, the beginning, first day, keep the right knee bent. The level 3 people, extend that right leg, right hand to your thigh. And then head to your mat. Will you draw both knees into the chest? Good. Squeeze, hold, release. Cross your ankles, hold on to your instep, and we're going to come up to a seated position. And as I do this, I lift the head, no strain in the neck, and then watch here. See how I have just sort of straightened my knees, still holding on to my feet. And I will roll right up into a seated position. There I am. Okay, I hope you did the same thing. Now sit on the pillow again, because we're going to do a spinal twist using the pillow or some book perhaps to elevate your hips. We've just done something now for your hamstrings, and let's use it now in a posture. The elevation of the pillow will help this stiffness problem in hips and thighs the same way. Bend both knees and just sit with the knees bent and just hold for a moment. Hold on to your knees. And we'll first go to the left. So if you're sitting tall, the purpose of elevating your hips is so that you don't round the back, you don't slump the back, but that you keep the spine spiraling and in good alignment when you're working with body stiffness. So I'm going to put my arms around the knees. That's my right arm around and hold the knee. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Yes. And then bring the left hand back and just touching the floor lightly. Once you're there, straighten the right leg. Good. Now we'll very slowly, we'll twist to the left. The navel left, ribs left. Pulling the left shoulder back, and then pausing here. Would you just look back at me for a moment? Just look back at me, and yes, that's it. The neck is very free. Don't yank it. So turn gently with that knowledge and understanding that you look over your left shoulder. Pause, release, and relax. Let the breath flow in. Exhaling now again. This will be the last time. Move in pieces, navel, ribs, and imagine that the left shoulder shadows your right shoulder. And then release. And just sit for a moment. Lightly hold on to your knees. Close your eyes, sitting tall. Because there's a lovely, quiet echo after doing spinal twists. And then holding onto the knees, turn your rib cage right. That's it. And raise your right arm above your head. So once you've got that done, then you can straighten your left leg. Really extend it so you really feel that it's alive and not just sort of hanging there. All right, now lengthen your spine before you turn. Exhaling, navel right, ribs, move in pieces. The shoulder, last is the head, pause. And release. Breath will flow in. Long spine, exhaling, navel, ribs, shoulder. Last to turn. Pausing, and then release. Sitting for a moment so that you can feel the stillness which comes and pervades your whole room after and between each posture. Yes. After the twisting poses, the wonderful twisting that we did, anterior posture is a nice balance of strength. To live life or do all of our postures with total flexibility, remember, it's like a marshmallow. So we need to have moments of strength in our yoga posture practice. So the anterior posture, anterior pose, if I lift my hips up slightly, it helps to begin the process of strengthening arms that are weak. So bring the hands behind you. Let me just put my belt here. Hands behind you, and just leaning back for a moment. And increase your blade squeeze. Increasing the blade squeeze, I lift the breastbone, and I can drop the head back, but it's more of I'm pulling my skull away from my neck. And then head straight. And of course, you wouldn't drop your head back, would you, if your neck was tender or in pain. So let's try this one more time. Take care, please, of your upper neck. Increase your blade squeeze. The breath will flow in. Exhaling, lift the hips up, pause, and now look at your toes. And can you lift the one leg up and down, the other leg up and down, and sit back on your pillow for a moment. Now you could possibly feel that you need a little bit more strength in leg lifts, and this is how to do this, all right? So lie down and still keeping the pillow beneath your hips or something. It could be even a dictionary with a pillow on top of it to give you more firmness. Just lying down on the pillow so the hips are just a bit elevated. Draw the knees into your chest, and you can rest your back this way. It feels wonderful. Place one foot to the floor and extend. This is my right leg up to the ceiling, and then slowly lower it. Lower the leg so you can feel the leg is almost parallel to the floor, and then back up. And we'll change and do the opposite leg, lowering the leg. As you when we begin to do our leg lifts correctly, just draw the knees into your chest, the pelvic area will stay active. It'll stay stable. But you know that you are straining your back when this area of my rib cage, the ribs lift and the back arches. All right, so if your ribs are lifting and you have a lot of arch in your low back, we want to counteract that with a pelvic tilt. So let's stretch the legs up to the ceiling and slowly lower one at a time. And then bending, and then the other at a time. You can feel the whole time that this part of the pelvis is very stable. As you lift and lower. And then as you progress, you can lower both legs at a time and up. At the moment, though, that the back arches, you know that you've really lost it, and you want to keep that spinal nice length the whole time. All right, I'm going to release now and just turn over onto my side. Turn over onto your side if you can, face me. And we'll do a crocodile twist, just facing me. And straight, if your knees are bent, the palms of the hands are together. Straighten the bottom leg so that this top knee is on the floor. Crocodile twist is very easy. You just lift the top arm, this is my right arm, up. And I'll bring it back so it's parallel. So my arms are in this T position, they're parallel, and notice that the knee is off the floor, and that's fine. Turn and look over your right shoulder. The breath flows in. And exhaling out. And then bring the arms together. It's like the jaws of a crocodile come together. Now let's do this on the opposite side. I'm going to roll over, and you'll see it from an opposite side. Bringing the knees are bent. Palms of the hands are together. Straighten the bottom leg, which is my right leg. Left knee stays to your floor. And then open the jaws of a crocodile. Open, 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 open. Good. My arms are parallel. Now, please try to let the knee relax and be lifted off the floor, and the shoulders more to your mat. And breathe in, grow. Good. Exhaling. And then we'll close the jaws again, 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 and then just roll over onto your back once again. Good. Cross your ankles, hold onto your instep, and let's come up last time into a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. All right, raise the arms above your head and exhale, folding forward and just pausing here for a moment. And then sitting up. And lie down for relaxation. Slowly, vertebra at a time, at a time, at a time. This body armor relaxation technique will help you to recognize the different levels of tension and stress that you experience daily, and it will help you to relax anytime, anywhere. In a moment, I'll ask you to tense your whole body, just like a suit of armor. You will tighten it enough that you'll really feel it, but you will not hurt yourself. Begin by clenching your fists and tightening your arms and your shoulders. Continue to breathe. And now tighten the thighs and your abdomen. Stretch the feet and the toes apart, tightening the buttock area. Good. And now squeeze the facial muscles in towards the center of your face. Squeeze, tense, hold. Good. Notice how it feels. And now let the body armor go. Let it go completely. Notice that the breath fills you naturally. Exhaling out completely worry, tiredness. Let them be absorbed into the gravity beneath you. Again, the breath flows in like an ocean wave, and then flows out. Once again, tense the body, but this time half as much as the time before. Now tense the arms, the legs, the face, and hold. Feel this level of tightness. And release. Let go. The breath will fill you as it flows in, and the breath flows out, carrying away excess baggage of the day. And now last time, gently tense the whole body. Begin now, tensing half as much as the time before. Observe this subtle tightness in the hands and the arms. Feel even at this level of tension, muscles brace and grip. Now let go completely. Relax into the ebb and the flow of your breathing. Feel the body heavy, and the body heavily sinks into the gravity beneath you. Now take a few more conscious, deep breaths. Infuse your body with vitality. The mind is clear and calm. Silently say to yourself, I carry vitality, calmness into my day. And then a good stretch, rolling over onto your side. And when you are ready, come up to a seated position. Try the body armor relaxation anytime and any place. Namaste. Namaste and welcome. Welcome to Hatha Yoga class. I'm hoping that all of you are well, and it's just wonderful to have you sitting with me this day. And today I wanted to share some of the thoughts that I have on mindfulness and how it's helped me in my own life. The art of mindfulness is an ancient and universal practice. All of us have the capacity to be mindful. It simply involves our ability to pay attention moment to moment. Reps, the poet, said, "Only this moment forevers." It is very easy to sleepwalk through life, to eat food without really tasting it, to hear without really hearing, to touch without really feeling. During relaxation is a perfect time to check in with your mind and see what it's doing. I remember the very first time I went beneath the surface and saw all the mental and emotional activity going on. I could see how incessant thoughts and feelings drained me of my energy, kept me from experiencing even the briefest moments of contentment and stillness. It's reassuring to know that it's the nature of your mind to wander. Today, as you wash a dish, really wash it, just for 1 minute. Be enjoyably present to the water, to the dish, to your hands. And if you walk down the hall, be totally present to the walking for 1 minute. Practice being mindful for a week. It's actually a lifetime's practice. But then write me, maybe after next week, and share with me your experience. Being mindful is productive, it's peaceful, it's an ingredient of happiness. It's challenging in our Hatha Yoga practice to stay mindful, especially when you've been doing Hatha Yoga for years and years, because we have a tendency to bring with us all our previous yoga classes to this moment. And if I can encourage you is to be in this present moment, and I'll try that all during our class today, is to bring it back to this moment now as we go through some of the moves, and starting with some Surya Namaskar. So stand up, all right, and stand so that you are facing me. I'm going to face in this direction so that you can see all the different moves that we do in the Surya Namaskar, the sun exercise. We use the first few sun exercises to warm up. So stand with your feet slightly apart, feet hip-width apart, palms of the hands together, and namaste. And this is a pose that gathers all of your energies to this present moment now. Past is finished, just being here in the present moment, taking a breath in and exhaling out through both nostrils. And the second is just to move smoothly, raising the arms above the head, pulling the arms slightly back of your ears and stretching the day. How about stretching one arm up and then the other arm up? Good. So you start at easy stretch. Possibly you've not done any exercise yet today, so we'll move slowly as we're going to arc back. It's a move that keeps you out of the lower back as you lift the ribs up out of the waist. You breathe in, all together now. Breath in, then arcing back. Keep lifting the rib cage, lifting, and the head is a long line piece. That's enough. Exhale, and slowly bending forward. Slowly coming forward into this number 3 position. Ease your knees. This will stretch the hamstrings and relax your head. Take a breath. Let's lift your head up. Breathing in, exhaling. Good sigh. Out. Don't lock your knees, will you? And now 4. Let the right leg go smoothly back in the lunge pose. The lunge where the knee is over the ankle. And this leg, this is my right leg, goes all the way back. Now perhaps if this is your first time in this class, your knee is up here. See how I've worked it up, and nothing much is going on. Well, just if you want to get a little added stretch, walk the knee back, walk it back, just like a little inchworm in this lunge position. 5, the body is straight. So you straighten the back leg, and the 5, the whole body is straight. It's for the whole body strengthener, and keep the centers of your hands up so there's room for a little balloon under each palm of your hand. 6, drop the knees to your floor. And now bring your elbows in close to your body and lower your breastbone right to the floor. And then your chin. Knees, chest, and chin. Whole body now to your floor. And it's a comfortable cobra. It's pulling the shoulders back and down from your ears. You will lift, when you lift and arc back, you will lift back in one piece. That means the spine, the neck, and the skull all move in one piece. And then down again. Let's try that again. As I stretch that line between navel and breastbone, neck in one piece, the breath flows in, the exhalation down. And again, inhaling, comfortable cobra. Now turning the toes under, come up onto the knees for downward facing dog. Straightening the knees. Just for the sake of the warming up process, lift the heels way high off of your mat and have your head go between your upper arms. That's it. And so the tailbone is almost up to the ceiling. Stretching and lengthening the whole back. Look up to you between your 2 hands as you lower your heels down, and then swing the right leg up between your 2 hands. Good. And remember this back leg, you can inch it up if it's too much stretch, or walk it back. Lift your chin up, lift your chin up. And now exhaling, push off with your back left foot, your back again into your standing forward bend. Hamstrings are stretching. You're not locking your knees. And now so let's just sweep the arms out to the side. The neck stays free as you raise the arms above your head, shoulders down. It's important now how you breathe. You don't hold your breath before you go into the posture. Breathe first. Then you hold. Arc back. Only hold. 1, 2. That's enough. Palms of the hands together. Gathering your senses and your feelings and your awareness into this present moment. Breath flows in. And now one more into the other side. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling. More focus now on the breathing. Inhale. Arc back. Keep out of the low back. Lots of space. And that's enough. Exhale. 3. Exhaling. Stretching forward. Standing forward bend. Just pulling the weight a little bit more on the front of the feet. Breathing comfortably. 4, right leg all the way back into your lunge position. Inhaling, lifting the chin. A nice long stretch in this front of the thigh of your left leg. And then 5, right leg goes back to left. And be sure that your hips, your shoulders, your heels, they almost form a slant board, a straight line. And then 6. Elbows in close to your body as you lower your breastbone to the floor. And then chin. 7, whole body to the floor in your comfortable cobra, lifting and lowering. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling down. Inhaling as you lift, turn the toes under and smoothly try to make a nice posture flow, moving right into downward dog. An inverted posture, lengthening your back. And 9, swinging the left foot forward into a lunge position. There you are. And remember, this is for the hinge of this right hip. So open it with it just lowering yourself down slightly and then pulling back and lowering and pulling back. We're going to go up now into that standing position. So straighten the back leg and push off. Both feet are hip width apart. And now you can feel you are warming up. Let the head hang like a piece of fruit. Now sweep the arms out to the side. Remember to breathe. Good. Little breaths. If you need to sneak them in, that's fine, but no dizziness. Now take a breath. Breath in. You then hold as you lift and arc. Pause. 12 palms of the hands, returning to this moment, returning to this present moment. Let your breath now flow in again and out. And we'll do a sun exercise with a few variations, which keeps it sparkling and fresh. So palms of the hands together. Let's bring now the palms back behind you, clasping your hands together, increasing the blade squeeze as you lift the arms back. The caution here is to take care of your elbows. This is for your shoulder blades, your chest to energize, but not to irritate your elbows. Now inhale, lift your chin up. Good. Drop your chin to your throat. And then slowly let the spine fold forward. Arms go above the head in your standing forward bend. And let your head hang. Good. Now you're going to release your hands and just let any tensions and tiredness just drain out your arms. Head hangs. Now bring your right leg all the way back. Just swing it all the way back again. And let's bring the palms of your hands together in Namaste. And then Namaste above your head. So the arms form a picture frame. Good. And then can you cross your right, this is my right arm, over my chest. Lean forward and press the palms of the hands together. And then turn your head to look at your elbow. That's the left elbow. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Then release. Let's do that on the other side, walking your hands around, 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 around. Left knee to the floor. Palms of the hands together in Namaste, and then above your head. Crossing the left arm, upper arm, over the chest. And then palms of the hands together, leaning forward. And then pressing the palms together as you look at your bent elbow. That's the right bent elbow. And then release, release. Good. And then just, if you will, just turn towards your toes and hold on to your ankles. Hold on to your ankles and let your whole body, the head, the neck, the shoulders relax and lengthen. And then continue turning back to whence we started, which was the left leg was forward. And then flowing right into your 5, body straight once again. And 6, knees, chest and chin. 7, whole body, shoulders back and down. And now inhaling, as you come up in your comfortable cobra, bend your right knee. And then lower your chest, lower the leg. Let's do that the opposite side. Lift your chest. It's not how high you get up. And bend the opposite knee. And down. Let's try it one more time. Lifting, bend, and down. This is an exercise that can be very soothing for sciatica as you bend and lift. And then down. Then turn the toes under, back into your friend, the downward dog. Left foot up into your lunge position. Then 10, both feet together as you exhale. And then sweep the arms out to the side as you come up, coming up, coming up. Fine. Take a breath in and grow. Exhaling, lowering the arms down and down and down. And take a moment now to just pause here to relax while standing up. And if you just let your feet be to the earth, arms alongside of your body, feel how alive the body feels. Pulsation, sensation, the skin, the palms of your hands, across your face, across the backs of your shoulders, so that the whole body is full of feeling. Good. Let's breathe a little bit and inhale through the nose. Good sigh out. And again, a breath. Let it recharge you. The breath flows in. Breath flows out. Good. Now, because I'm standing, I'd like to do a balancing posture. And you have so much furniture in your room. I heartily encourage you to use a chair when we do any sorts of balancing. There's no point in feeling uncomfortable or fearful. Balancing pose and in our T position, you're going to use, you can place your fingertips on the top of the chair, and if I can remind you, is this, think about your solar plexus, that it's rooted to the earth rather than trying to get somewhere. No, it's really being very present to the solar plexus, that it is hooked to the earth, and this seems to help the balancing poses stay very light and secure. So watch your set, and we're going to, first, I'd like you to watch me do a standing balancing pose. Take a moment to watch your screen as I do the balancing T pose. I'll begin by raising my right arm up, over my head, left arm down, close to my leg. I shift the weight to the right leg and lifting the left leg back a few inches. Let this movement begin from the flex of your hip, leaning forward, long spine. The back leg lifts and the body forms a T position. I try to keep my focus on my solar plexus and let the leg and arm radiate out from that point. And then come down out of the position. Continue to breathe. And now do the pose with me. Mindfully raise the right arm up to the ceiling. The left arm is down. Shifting the weight to the right leg, lift the left leg back. And now flexing forward from the hinge of your hip. Long spine forward, left leg lifts, and then keep your focus on the solar plexus. Coming into the T, continue to breathe. Hips parallel, shoulders parallel, and then release. Return to the center, and we'll practice the other side. Feel the coolness of your arm as you raise the left arm up to the ceiling. Lift the right leg back, and then focusing on that security of the solar plexus, move into the T-pose. Your left ear is close to your left upper arm. Continue to breathe. And now release the posture. Both feet to the floor. Long spine, shoulders down from your ears. How did you do? Oh, that's fun. Let's rest the back. Deep back muscles work after we do those standing postures, so just rest for a moment and cross-legged and hold on to the ball of the foot and exhale, fold forward and just relax your back. Just relax it, raise the shoulders up under your ears. And now on the in-breath, sit up. Good. Lie down and round the back. Slowly come down, come down, come down. And I'd like you to raise your right leg up. This is, I hope you'll find this interesting and fun. I'd like you to really relax this leg. Make it hollow. Hollow, so that you feel like you have a spear here. Because what I'm going to ask you to do is to throw this hollow spear now into your hand. And then throw it into the other hand. And it's to really release control over one part of your body. And you have to trust the other part. So think of it as hollow and throw. And you can feel a difference if you're holding on to the leg versus hollow and just trusting that it is going to be caught by the other hand. All right, lower the leg. Did you feel the shift? I hope so, because I know the feeling very well. This is hollow. Trust that you're going to find the leg. You're going to find this spear as you throw it. And throw it back and forth just a few more times so that you can get that feeling that you really are not holding on and that you are going to catch that spear as you throw from side to side. And then down. Fine. Rest for a moment, just a brief vacation here, a 30-second vacation. I do this by knees are touching, heels out, boom, arms at the sides, and just 10 seconds. Straighten your left leg, and let's try to get on the same leg this time because it's an intricate posture that we're going to do, but it's meant to be fun. So straighten your left leg and extend the right leg above you. Arms in your T position. And now would you just bring that right leg to your right hand or close to it. And then right leg up to the ceiling, right leg down to left hand or close to it. And if this is really difficult, just bend your knees slightly. If it feels very painful, very tight hamstrings, and if you can hold onto your big toe, do, or your calf. Because what we're going to do is what I call a big toe standing pose, but we're going to be lying down. Here you are in the beginning of it. Here you are. I'd like you to just follow along, raise your right arm up, and with your right hand, find your right leg and start to turn. Turn your chest right, and just continue on turning, And what you'll now do is just place your chest to the floor. If you can hold on to the big toe, that's fine. Arms in your T position, chin to the throat. Chin to your floor. And then to come out of the position, unthread yourself, put the left shoulder, come back just where you started from, back in your T position. Raise the leg above your head and then down. Let's try this on the opposite side now that you know where you're going. It says here in fine print, you really know where you're going. Left leg up. All right. Left leg a little bit to the side. Back to your center, and then bring the left leg to your right hand. Continue coming around. Continue turning until you are chest to the floor, arms in your T. And then just to come out, you reverse, you bring your knees into your chest, cross your ankles, and then come up into seated position. Fun. So we're going to do a seated relaxation now. And as we just pause here and sit a few seconds, let the echoes of the posture echo through you. Breathing, relaxing as we go into our seated relaxation. Before we begin, remind yourself that you actively participate in your own relaxation. My voice is merely your guide. So sit tall, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and then focus your inner gaze on the tip of your nose. Become mindful of your breathing. Notice the breath is warm as you breathe in, cool as you breathe out. Silently affirm to yourself, I breathe in. I know I breathe in. I breathe out. I know I breathe out. Again, I know I breathe in. I know I breathe out. Now focus the attention upon your ears and listen to the tapestry of sounds in your room. Silently say to yourself, I know I am listening. Now focus on your eyelids and feel where the upper lid touches the lower lid. And silently say to yourself, I feel where my eyelids touch. Now go into the lit room of the head and passively watch thoughts as they float by. No need to get involved with the thought, just passively observe. And silently to yourself, I am aware that I think. And now relax all efforts and go beneath your thought into stillness and rest. And then open your eyes and notice that the stillness continues even as the mind becomes more active. Take that quiet contentment on with you into your day. Namaste.